Hi, guys, and welcome to Ask Allie, your place for life advice with a metaphysical twist. Ask Allie is the longest running spiritual podcast on iTunes. I've been helping others there since 2005. You can catch the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, True FM, Google Play, and on YouTube. Today is Monday, December 11th, 2017. Thank you for tuning in and giving me a listen to. If you'd like to get a reading, remember they start off at 25 bucks. Find out more about me or support the podcast. I'll leave the information below in the show's notes. And don't forget, if you like this episode, please rate it. The jingle, jingle, jingle you guys may hear in the background would be very special agent Anthony Donoso Jr., as well as special agent Leroy Jethro Gibbs. Yes, they're cats, playing with one of the play ball things out there with bells in it. Both boys were neutered this last Friday. They did well. And it seems like they're feeling okay again. They're feeling like the little kitten selves because they have been jumping all over the dang place all morning. 777 Institute. Don't forget, if you would like to be notified when we start classes, or if you'd like to be a teacher who'd like to offer a class on 777 Institute, and yes, you make money, and yes, I will pay you. Please go to 777institute.com and let me know. Okie doke. Don't forget as well, for those of you who support the podcast or you've been thinking about it, at the $25 level, Joshua and Selena, the Guideside channel, have been talking to the supporters, and they are ending their chat with us at the end of December. After the end of December, beginning of January, when we start the podcast in 2018, I will be doing classes to take the place of Joshua and Selena. I still give my 2 cents. You can still ask questions. You can ask as many questions as you want, whether it's a situation or if you would like a reading, something like that. I put all the answers in Coffee with Allie. But the classes, we're starting off with how to do magic in January, and we're also having a book club. And as far as I know right now, we're going to do the 4 agreements. So if you'd like to join and be a part of the group and have classes each month, and let me ask me questions each month, as many as you want or as time permits, really. It's head over to AskAlliePodcast.com. Go down to the $25 one, and there you go. All right, so let us get going here for, excuse me, Zena Lowena, for the Oracle overview of the week for December 11th, 2017. As you all know, I am still using Denise Lynn's deck, Sacred Traveler, because I like it. I like the colors, I like the way the cards feel, I like the messages on the cards. It is all good. And this one over here, this feline, has been bothering me. I know she loves me, but gosh darn it. Right? Yes. Really? What? I just got done petting you. Want to give you a little kiss of approval? Okay, sniff of approval is good enough. Always good to have some kitty magic on the Oracle cards. Okay, so let's choose some cards. You want to help me out? Any cards in particular? What do you think? That's my hand. That's not a card. Okay, we're going to go for this. Maybe. There's 1. There's 2. I am pulling cards, young lady. And 3. All right. Let's see what we got here. Now, I've used this deck several times over the weekend. I did several readings over the weekend. So if we get any of the same cards, it's just going to be weird. Okay, I don't remember ever having that one before. I don't think we've had any of these, which is good. It's time for something else. Okay, so this first one is, and since I'm talking about elementals again, this is the 3rd week in a row. This is kind of fun, and we got this card, is Journey by Moonlight, and it means believe in magic. Magic is all around us. It usually happens behind the scenes. We don't know what's going on, but it's there. You know, I think it's sad when we don't believe in magic, that we don't think that things are possible. Because when you believe in magic, my belief is you have hope. Hope for something different. Hope for something positive and maybe fanciful come in. And how many people use that word, fanciful? What can I say? It's the writer in me. But magic, believe in magic. Ask for what you want. Believe that you'll get it if it's in your best interest. That's the part that always throws all of us. If it's in your best interest. This next one, we got a Viking ship, it looks like here. It is fogged in, folks. Go slow, take time. And Joshua and Selena's overview that they gave the group in Coffee with Allie, they said this week's energy is going to be pretty combative. Excuse me. Combative, hitting us from each side. And, coughing attack coming on. Do I have any cough drops left? No. All right, we've got dead air. Anyways, let's try to do this. It was said for us to take our time, Joshua and Selena said, because people are going to be doing a lot of things without thinking this week. And there's good chances for accidents, for making bad decisions, creating wedges between friends and family and coworkers. So it's important that whatever you do this week, you slow down, and take your time. However, even though you're slow and you're taking your time, the last card we have here is Ascending the Mountain. Keep going forward. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're currently working on, keep moving forward, but just do it at a slow pace. And believe that things will happen because you believe in magic. You see all these cards go together? So this week, folks, believe in magic. However, go slow and take your time. However, keep going forward. I like how that all works out. Okay? Now, guys, remember this is a general overview. Not every little bit goes to each and every person. It's general. If you would like something more personalized, again, my readings start off at $25. It's pretty inexpensive, and I'm pretty damn good. And you have follow-up questions for free after I send you the reading. So I can't promote that any more than that. I did add a couple more readings. I have the one question reading. I did add in a 3-question reading because I used to have that long ago in Gypsy Advice, and people always like that. So I added back in the 3-question reading, and then I have something about a twin flame, but I forget the name I gave the reading. It's a good twin flame reading. JC helped me sort it out. So they helped me put in what we need in that twin flame reading. So I added those 2 new ones. You gotta move, kid. All right. I gotta check my drawers here. See if I have. Ooh, cough drop. Eureka and chapstick. Sometimes, folks, it's the little things in life. You know? We're always looking for these big splashes. But really, it's the little things that make either the day go somewhat smooth, or it to do some hiccups. Like Friday, for instance. This was a small thing on Friday, but my pants were ripped in the back. Oh yeah, all the way down. Nobody told me. Not one of my fellow bus drivers, even though several of them saw that. And it being as cold as it was, I don't know why my butt did not fail the draft, but it didn't. So I went through the afternoon. I went through my field trip and my afternoon route, and then my son and I, we went shopping. We went to the vet to pick up the cats, and we went out and got pizza. We went out to eat. So I did all that with my butt hanging out. Again, never felt the draft. I come home, and I mean, Friday was challenging as it was, but this little bit of nugget that fit in with everything else, it was just kind of like, of course it did. Of course, of all days for my pants to split, and no one tells me it's today. So yeah, that was fun. That was a blast. Speaking of blast, let's go on to our topic of the week. Now, last week I talked about the preparation with elementals and manifestation. Which elemental manifests what? The week before that, so 2 weeks ago, I talked about the 4 types of elementals. Okay, so this week we're talking about connecting to elementals and asking them for what you want. Okay, and then I've also put in here what could go wrong. Nothing's happening. What could have possibly have happened for nothing to happen? So this first one here is for indoors. If you're going to do this inside your home, someplace, you're going to want to write out what you need manifested, and you want to be specific, but not too specific. You can't say, I want Johnny B. Jones to ask me out to the movies and out to dinner at Red Lobster, and then he's going to call me all week long. That's too specific. You can say, I would like a really nice guy to take me out on a date this week. Maybe Johnny B isn't the one for you. Maybe somebody else is. But if you're specific to that one person, then the other person who's supposed to come in doesn't have a chance. Got it? Okay, so 1, write out what you need, be specific, but not too specific, and put each need on its own piece of paper. Find out which group of elementals you wish to summon. If you have something about money and something about love, that's 2 different elementals, you'll have to do this twice. 1 for 1, 1 for 1. Okay? Gather a small plate of food. It's small plates, like one of those plates that you put a teacup on, one of those small plates. You can put fruit, vegetables, or grain. They also like cornmeal. If you don't, okay, let me put this back. If you don't wish to have fruit or something like that, you can use cornmeal as a substitute. Although I usually go overboard and use little pieces of fruit and cornmeal, because to me, you can't ever have too much for these guys. Okay. Per manifestation request, you must have a plate of food. So if you're talking to one set of elementals for, say, 2 separate things, you need to have 2 little plates of food or 2 little pinches of cornmeal. 1 per request. It's very important that you follow that. Okay? You want to have a small bowl, or maybe in a glass, some water. You want to prepare your space. Okay? Have everything nice and calm and smooth, like I talked about 2 weeks ago. If you don't know how to prepare your space, go back 2 weeks, listen to that podcast. You want to close your eyes and allow your imagination to engage. As you're imagining, imagine yourself calling the elementals. Recite your request for manifestation. Be vocal. You can't just think this stuff. You got to say it out loud. Okay? Allow yourself to be in the moment. Take in and believe the images you see in your imagination. Allow yourself to feel the energy that's coming through. Say thank you when you're done with all these requests with your imagination and your vocal. When you're done, it's very, very important that you say thank you for their help. Okay? You take the piece of paper that you wrote your manifestation request on and put it under the bowl of water or, under the glass of water, whatever that may be. And you can put all the manifestation requests for the one set of elementals under the same glass or same bowl. All right. All right. Just leave the food and water there, the cornmeal, as gifts. The manifestation can work real fast, or it might take like a week or two. And if you disrespect the elementals in any way, and I'm not kidding here, in any way, not only will what you want manifest, but you're going to notice things backfiring left and right. Because when these guys get mad, they get mad and they're like 2 and 3 year olds. And they prank you. They prank you, they take things. They're downright little nasty critters when you disrespect them. So do not, and they don't mind me telling them that right now because they understand what they act like. They know I say it with great respect. So if you disrespect them, everything's going to be kind of reversed. So it's very important. All right. I always like to write my experiences down in journals because I can find out which elementals are easier to work with than others. Not all elementals are created the same way. Not all of them are easy to work with. Now, that's inside. If you'd like to do this outside, you can. I have some wonderful trees in the back, so I can go out to one of my wonderful big trees back here. Make sure you know what elementals you want to summon before you go out. Grab some cornmeal because you don't need a plate of food out there. Get lots of bugs. And grab your water. Go into wherever that tree, a park, woodland, your yard. And before you sit down to start to talk to the elementals, it's nice to walk around the outside area. It's hug a tree. Absolutely nothing wrong with hugging trees. If you look up Judi Dench, Dame Judi Dench, she's being a dame is like the equivalent of being knighted there. But she fully believes, and scientists have backed her up, that trees do talk to one another, they exchange energy, and when you are hugging one tree, it kind of goes to the other trees you can't reach. And the trees, they know if you're one of the good guys or one of the bad guys just by how you go out and treat them and treat the flowers and the bugs that fly around. Nobody likes flies or mosquitoes, so they can understand that. But you have to show nature respect, just as you show elementals respect. Okay? When you go outside, you find the perfect spot. You have your pieces of paper with stuff already written on it. You have your cornmeal. You have your water. You want to sit in an area. Imagine that you have this fantastic light within you. And this light that shines in the middle, kind of goes up and down at the same time and then fans out. So you are this big shining sun, for lack of a better way to put it. Okay. When you do this, you're going to feel power from the ground and power from the air come in to meet the light. And it, for lack of a better way to put this, it's like sticking your finger in a light socket without, of course, getting electrocuted. There is a zing, and you can feel the rush of energy going through you. It feels really awesome. It feels really awesome. I'm not going to lie. When you're allowing this energy to go through you, then you want to verbalize to whatever elementals what you request to manifest. And like before, you want to be specific, but not too specific. All right? It's some people don't like to verbalize when they're outside what they want. It's still better if you verbalize instead of saying it in your head. The elementals like to hear you. You don't have to have a big booming voice. You can whisper. They'll hear you. Okay, you can whisper. Ask them for what you're asking for. You want to allow yourself to allow the power to keep moving through you. Be in the moment. See the images. Remember, you'll see the images that are going in your head. Allow the energy to go through you. Be patient. You want to sit there for maybe about 30 seconds after you have asked for your wishes. Always remember to say thank you. This time, if possible, you can kind of bury your pieces of paper by the roots. They will disintegrate. If you know you're going to be in a big public place, you can put the pieces of paper in your pocket and take it back. There's no harm with that. However, it's always nice if you can leave it there. And then as you get up and walk, what you want to do is you want to sprinkle cornmeal as you walk and sprinkle water. So you've got cornmeal in one hand, kind of maybe a bottle of water in the other hand. You sprinkle and shake the bottle, sprinkle, shake the bottle as you walk. And that is you leaving gifts to them out in nature. All right? All right. I know it kind of sounds more complicated if you go outside, but it's so much more powerful if you can go outside. The feeling of being in the middle of nature and just having this zest of pure energy running through you, it's awesome. And don't fret if you go out there and you try this and you're like, Allie, I don't feel squat. I don't feel squat. Give it some time, go back and try it again. If you're not feeling anything, you may have some blockages in one of your chakras, probably your root chakra. Work on that and then give it another shot. Okay? Now, and at the end of the nature experience, I would say write down your experience as well in the journal. Keep a running tally so you know what works and what doesn't work. Because even though you think you're going to remember it all, you don't. You just don't. There's only so much room up in the brain, and things fall away. So if you've gone through all of this, you followed all the rules, and you did exactly what you're supposed to, you said thank you, and you left the gifts, and then nothing happens. Well, what would cause them not to arrive? Well, your plea for aid could not have been, maybe not was vocalized in a respectful manner. Maybe your words, respect the belief, may have rung true, but your emotions and or feelings did not match that truth. Because of this, the elementals felt you were lying. You called the wrong elemental group for the purpose. You did not have enough nature surrounding you. Remember, if you're inside your place, you need to have like a plant or something. Elementals, they're with nature, so you need to have some sort of nature stuff with you. And they didn't like the type of food you left. If you didn't leave the cornmeal, if you got some sort of food, they just didn't like it. So when this happens, what the heck do? You can reword your ask. Add some words of praise and love and appreciation to your asking. Words, actions, feelings, and emotions all have to follow the same path. Work on aligning your feelings and your emotions with your belief that the elementals are real. Feel the joy. Experience the happiness. Enjoy the wonder. Okay? If you are not positive on who to call for your problems, say you've looked at everything, you're like, I don't know which elemental code. This is a situation, it's not listed. I don't know what to do. You just would simply say, oh, great elementals, I need manifestation with blah, blah, blah. Thank you for this divine aid. And say, I respectfully do not know which of you to ask for. This is why I'm asking everybody. Be respectful. If you do this outside and it doesn't work, if you do it outside and this doesn't work, maybe you chose a bad location. Maybe there's a gas gas line running underneath or something, and you just don't know about it. Choose a different location. And like everything in life, it's trial and error. Not everything works perfectly every single time. Another reason to keep the journal, so you know what works and what doesn't work. Okay? All right, so next week I'll start with a new topic. That's all I got for the elementals. Now, for Shine the Light, I want to talk about Total Feng Shui by Lillian too. She is an awesome Feng Shui master. She is. And this book, I mean, it covers just about everything. You've got tips for marital bliss. You've got astrological allies, tell you what goes where. Feng Shui tools. You've got compass directions and what goes where. It gives you different house layouts and how things work with Feng Shui, depending on the direction and what the energy coming in is. She really has this one all laid out. She has many books. This is just one of many. And there are some books that are easier than others. I like the Total Feng Shui because she hits all the areas in one book. And this is the type of Feng Shui where you have to use a compass. It's not like what Ellen, I forgot her last name, Whitehead. I apologize, Ellen. But she used to write, she is now deceased, unfortunately, but she did not use a compass in her Feng Shui. Fantastic if you think about taking 2018 by the horns and moving the chi and the energy, same thing, of your home to work for you and not against you. I mean, we even have, good chi enhancers for the south corner. Lights. South corner is really where relationships are. Lights. Picture of the phoenix. Birds. Horses are all good over there. South corner, what not to put there. You don't want to put crystal spears or crystals in the south corner. They will clash with the fire chi. Don't place water features in the south corner. They will destroy the fire chi. You don't want the chi destroyed. You want to, enhance it. Success, recognition, and promotion for your office. It tells you where to put the desk. Avoid sitting with your back to the window. This represents lack of support. Don't sit opposite the door. Poison arrow chi hits you. For good Feng Shui, position your desk so that the window is not behind you and you are sitting diagonally opposite the door. So I don't know if you can see this or not, those who are watching it on YouTube, but no, I don't think my camera's good enough to get this. You see there you go. The one there on the left, that's the bad one, and the one there on the right, that's the good one. So, always good to know, right? Right. Pick it up, Total Feng Shui, Lillian 2. My link is an affiliate link and may earn a dime to 25 cents if you buy one. And if you don't, that's okay. It's a good book. It's been well used here in the Allie household. And I'll be using it again when I get my office ready upstairs. I know where to put my desk, right? Not by the windows and not right at the door. I know exactly. I was sitting here looking at that diagram and thinking of the office upstairs. And I'm like, that's what I'm going to do. So we are here at the end. I love you for lasting this long and for sticking with me here to the very end. But thank you for joining me for Ask Allie. If you like this episode, please rate it and tell your friends. The more people who listen is the more people I can help have their aha moments. Join me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can find this at AskAlliePodcast.com. You guys have yourself a fabulous week, and I'll catch you next Monday, guys. Love you. Bye.